True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report.
Hello, Blue Nation. Welcome back to True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report. I am your direct source here in Los Angeles, bringing you the information that matters straight from the heart of the organization. We are in the World Series, but the job is not finished, and the front office is already working in multiple time zones, the present and the future. Before we dive into the latest exclusive updates I have for you on the World Series roster and the first hot stove rumors, do yourselves and this community a favor, hit that subscribe button below, turn on the bell. You do not want to miss any breaking news or deep analysis as we chase another ring. Trust me, things are heating up. Let's get straight to it, because this is the news that impacts the now the most. The status of our setup man, Tanner Scott. Many of you noticed his absence in the NLCS against the Brewers, and the situation was more serious than initially believed. Sources with direct knowledge of the situation confirmed to me that Scott underwent a glute procedure shortly after the NLDS. The exact nature is being kept quiet, which is typical for the postseason, but what I'm hearing is that it was a compression issue that was affecting his mechanics and causing significant pain. He wasn't able to finish his pitches, and the medical staff determined that pushing him against Milwaukee would risk much greater structural damage. The good news, the procedure was deemed a success. The bad news, the clock is working against us for the start of the World Series. I spoke with someone close to the bullpen, and the feeling is cautious optimism that Scott might be available perhaps by Game 3 or 4, but do not count on him for Game 1. This drastically changes the math for Dave Roberts in the late innings. Scott was pivotal in the second half of the season, bridging the gap to Evan Phillips. Without him, the weight falls on the shoulders of Brusdar Graterol, Alex Vesia, and perhaps Ryan Brazier to get crucial high-leverage outs in the 7th and 8th innings. Our bullpen depth, which was already a concern, is being tested at the most critical moment. The organization believes the arms we have can get the job done. They wouldn't have advanced if they didn't, but the margin for error against the American League champion is 0. We are monitoring Scott's recovery daily. He is undergoing intensive rehab at Dodger Stadium. As soon as I know whether he is on or off the World Series roster, you will be the first to know. Now, let's shift focus to the offense and the future. First, Shohei Ohtani. The NLCS against the Brewers was frankly a struggle for him. We saw pitchers attacking him with a steady diet of sliders off the plate and fastballs up. He was chasing, he was anxious, and you could see the frustration. But as Andrew Friedman said after that decisive Game 6 win, to punch our ticket to the Fall Classic, and I quote, "I mean, you can only contain Shohei for so long. Nobody puts more pressure on himself than Shohei. For him to come through right there, we were hoping for it every day." Friedman wasn't just praising his $700 million player. He was sending a warning. That final at-bat in the NLCS, where he finally drilled that fastball into the gap to clear the bases, was a collective exhale. The Giant woke up. Sources tell me Ohtani has been spending extra time in the video room with the hitting coaches the last few days, focused on his zone discipline. Friedman's message is clear: containment has failed, and Ohtani is ready for the main stage. And speaking of Friedman, the front office never sleeps. Even with the World Series in focus, planning for 2026 is in full swing. And the hottest name circulating in the back channels is international superstar Muntaka Murakami. I've been hearing significant buzz about him, and now the respected MLB reporter Mark Feinsand has connected the dots publicly. Murakami is an elite bat, power-hitting third baseman, and the Dodgers are, I'm told, extremely interested in bringing him to Los Angeles. But here is the complicated part. As Feinsand pointed out, Where does he play? This leads us to Max Muncy. And Muncy is the heart and soul of this club, a fierce competitor. However, defensively, he is adequate at third base, not spectacular. And with the DH locked down by Ohtani and first base by Freddie Freeman, space runs out. Beinzan's analysis is correct. To bring in Murakami, the Dodgers would likely have to move on from Max Muncy either via trade or by declining his team option, depending on the exact contract structure at this season's end. This is the brutal reality of the Friedman philosophy. Pursue the upgrade wherever it exists, even if it means making unpopular decisions. So, the bottom line analysis is this: short term, the focus is entirely on how Dave Roberts' bullpen survives without 100% Tanner Scott in the World Series. Long term, the front office is already playing chess, and the name Muntaka Murakami might mean the end of the Max Muncy era in LA sooner than we thought. Now, I want to hear from you, Blue Crew. How are you feeling about Scott's likely absence for the start of the World Series? And the big one, would you trade the heart and soul of the team, Max Muncy, to make room for the international star Muntaka Murakami? Leave your comments below. Your discussion fuels this channel. I'm your name, Schatz, host name, and this is True Blue Nation Dodgers Report. Don't forget to subscribe for the fastest information and the deepest analysis. Let's go get this ring.